Stranger Things looks like a story about monsters, superpowers, and kids fighting the impossible. But that's not the real story. The true horror of Stranger Things isn't the Demogorgon, it isn't the Mind Flayer, and it definitely isn't the Upside Down. The real horror is what was stolen from these children long before the monsters arrived. This is Stranger Things Uncovered. Hawkins, Indiana looks quiet, safe, ordinary, but beneath that calm surface is a town built on secrets, government experiments, buried trauma, and children who were never meant to survive what they endured. Everything begins with 11. She isn't introduced as a hero. She's introduced as a victim, a child raised in isolation, stripped of her name, reduced to a number. Inside Hawkins Lab, 11 isn't taught how to live. She's taught how to obey. Scientists push her mind past its limits, forcing her to enter dark spaces no human should ever see. And the Upside Down is not some random alternate dimension. It is a reflection, a mirror of trauma, cold, empty, decaying, just like Eleven's stolen childhood. When the gate is opened, it isn't an accident. It's the inevitable result of pushing a human mind too far. And the moment that door opens, everything spills out. Will Byers becomes the first casualty, but Will isn't just kidnapped by a monster. He is swallowed by fear, trapped in a world where no one can hear you scream, except through flickering lights and broken signals. The Upside Down doesn't just trap bodies. It traps emotions, fear, loneliness, hopelessness, and Will survives not because he's strong, but because he holds on to hope. Joyce believes him when no one else does, and that belief becomes the most powerful force in the entire series. Stranger Things constantly reminds us that monsters don't win because they're strong. They win when people stop believing. As the kids band together, Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and later Max, the show disguises something very serious as an adventure. These are children forced to grow up too fast. They are exposed to death, violence, and responsibility far beyond their years. The bikes, the jokes, the laughter, those are shields, ways to protect what little innocence they have left. And then there's Hopper, a broken man hiding behind authority. He lost his daughter, and with her, his purpose. Hawkins isn't just haunted by monsters, it's haunted by grief. Hopper's journey mirrors Eleven's. Both lost someone, both numb, both angry. But where the lab taught 11 control through pain, Hopper teaches her something revolutionary: choice. Stranger Things doesn't just show us monsters attacking people. It shows us how power corrupts. Hawkins Lab represents unchecked authority, a system that justifies cruelty in the name of progress. Children become tools, lives become experiments, and morality becomes optional. The Mind Flayer isn't just a villain, it's a symbol. Control without empathy, a force that consumes individuality and replaces it with obedience. Sound familiar? Every season deepens this idea. The monsters evolve, but so does the trauma. Billy's possession is one of the darkest moments in the series. He isn't evil. He's broken, abused, angry, lost. And the Mind Flayer doesn't create that darkness. It exploits it. Stranger Things makes a bold statement here. The most vulnerable are always the easiest to control, but then comes resistance. Music, memory, love. Max pulling Billy back with memories of happiness. 11 reclaiming her name. Hopper choosing sacrifice over survival. These moments aren't coincidences. They are the message. The Upside Down feeds on fear, but it collapses under connection. The show wraps horror in nostalgia, the 80s music, bikes, arcades, but that nostalgia serves a purpose. It reminds us of what's at stake: childhood, freedom, identity. By the final season, Stranger Things becomes less about defeating monsters and more about surviving what the world turns you into. Eleven's greatest power is not telekinesis. It's choice. The choice to feel, to love, to forgive, and to reject becoming the weapon she was designed to be. Stranger Things endures because it understands something deeply human. The scariest worlds aren't the ones filled with monsters. They're the ones that take away who you are, and as long as someone remembers you, as long as someone believes, the darkness never fully wins. Because the real upside down is a world without connection. And Stranger Things is a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, humanity still fights back.